Again, same day, 2-for-1 video. It only took me about a half hour to download that last video that I just posted today. And I did realize a couple things I wanted to show you that I didn't. Um, the shorter videos, sometimes they take overnight if it's an hour video. So that's why I talk about how long it took to download. But I need a screenshot. I didn't put a screenshot up for my last video. Oh, I know what to do. This is what I wanted to talk about anyways. So here's my sub-city generals. Yay. Do you want me to scroll through them real quickly? I do have 160 that's all the way boosted, just because if you add up all these buffs, they tend to do a lot for debuffing mounted in ground, and you can get her for free. Whereas all these other ones, like these Mark Anthony's, I don't think I even have, maybe I have a couple fragments, one fragment available, so I can't really take them any further. So I'm tempted to eventually do like Harold and take him all the way up. The experts always love this Andrew Jackson, but I don't really have a problem with debuffing range attack anymore, so I don't think I'll do him. Nero, they all rave about how important it is to debuff this HP. Such small amounts, it does not do anything for me. So what I was going to show you, something that's new for my stats since the last time. You can see where I spend all my Blood of Heirs. That's why my Siege General is so weak. I stick all my Blood of Heirs into these guys. I would like to train these guys up to level 40 sometime, but I guess I really don't need to. Duty officers don't get XP when you get attacked, so whereas my sub-generals and all my wall generals are always extremely maxed out. This guy, Ben Chow. Yes, I know these skill books don't work, so they're just on there to confuse you guys. I took him to 5 stars, so I pulled off, is it this guy, Maurice? Is he the, attack general? This guy's pretty good for no stars. He gives you, enemy range troop attack, debuff, which is great. And but he increases your in-city siege and range attack by 20%. That's great. I mean, that helps me kill marches. But I can't ascend them. If I could get a second copy, look how much it adds. In-city range troop and siege machine HP, that's 70% between the two. And then it debuffs the range and machine defense by 20%. But I can't get another copy. I've had this copy forever, and I can't get another copy. So I fully ascended Ban Chow, and my reports have been looking great, so I can't really complain with what I'm doing here. When we go into monster attacks, nobody in our kingdom can handle them, and I can seem to do quite well against them. So that's rare, once or twice that we run into them, but when we do, my defense is for real, and they will melt the other ones. Anyhow, this guy reduces enemy mounted troop attack by 20%, but still increases the range attack by 20%. So not horrible, but I would rather have the other guy at no stars. But then look what happens when I start buffing these up. Not a ton of stats, but in city range and siege machine defense and HP, there's 60% right there on my first star if you add them all together. As you keep going down, archer tower attack, I don't know if anybody really knows how to quantify that. Your archer tower is another troop tier. It's not like your walls, in that when you get attacked, it dies generally, and it needs to repair. So the first attack, it's there. On the second attack, I think you need to wait a couple hours before your tower fully heals. So it's just like a tier of troop is the best way to consider it. So I don't really know how much another 20% archer tower really helps, but the other buffs, I believe, do. So you're getting plenty of HP. I don't care about the training capacity on the 3rd star. When he gets to the 4 star, You're getting some decent buffs, but that's not what I was expecting. The 5th star, you actually get some attack. So you get range and siege attack, another 20% there. Of course, you get the defense and the HP. So this guy, it's not my favorite to beef up range and siege, defense, and HP because they're hiding behind my ground and mounted troops. Now, when I get siege bombed, then it's nice, but not my first thing. If I was, this is the last guy I buffed for a reason. I'd rather get somebody that gives you ground and mounted troop HP like this guy here. This would be who I would start with. Somebody like that. So, and these are all free in a tavern. If you bot, you can set it up to pick them out for you right out of the tavern. So I was tempted, this is my keep officer, Ashoka. Decent. Gives me some ranged troop attack and reduces enemy ground troop HP, which both are important to me. But I'm tempted to see what I could really get out of this guy if I fully ascended him. Obviously, if you only get construction in the first one, but then I get defense for all my troops, which would go to my ground and mounted troop, which is important to me. And it just keeps going right down. HP for all my troops. This might be a target for me. Don't really care too much about the construction speed, but enemy troop attack and then in-city troop attack, another 40% if you add them all together. That's not terrible. I may have to do him in the future, ascend him in the future. I wanted to get to my wall general. Nobody was using this guy before I started to. That's my opinion. I actually picked him because it made me look weak, and I wanted him to attack me. But then I went through all the generals, including Boudica, and I'm talking generals in the tavern, because, I had George Dewey, and I couldn't get him past like 2 stars. Since I disassembled him, I started getting more copies, but I can't fully ascend them. So I just went through all the generals that you can fully ascend, and when you add up all these buffs, I think it's 400. You've heard me talk about 470%. That you're giving your troops at home, and you get the hospital capacity. Now people, I swear, I feel like it was my videos, but now people are like, "Oh, he's way better than everybody thought." It's like, yeah, well, now you know. So I have seen some videos where people are, praising this guy where they hated on him. Like they laughed at me for using this guy. Like people were like, "Do you know who you have on your wall? Was that an accident?" Now it's cool to have this guy in this teal robe. So that's that. But I did want to show you that duty officer was new. The rest of this I've had. Some of the other things that I like to do is, I'm sure this is common, but I'll just mention it. Your spiritual beast. Well, you get your debuffs. And so you put those on your sub-city generals, but that wasn't what I was going to show you. I was going to show you seals. So, like I said, I'm sure this is common, but what I do, like this one's only level 3. I don't think I've had them very long. I put like 4, I'll do 4 of the in-city defensive one, maybe more, and then, because every time you go up a tier, it costs more, or whatever that crystal is. So I'll favor the in-city, and then I'll do the rest of them just to fill it out till you get to level 10, because once you get to level 10, where do they show it here? So once you get to level 10, you get the top stat, where it will give you in-city mounted troop attack 10%. Not that great, but it's usually in-city stuff. So if you go to my other ones that I've reached level 10, I'm getting in-city ground troop defense, which I do like, as you guys know. The second one is the same. No, in-city ground troop attack, which I love because I like my ground and mounted buffs. This one I went to 11 by accident, and I didn't span it out. So this is probably the first one I did, and I definitely wasted some of those crystals. But in-city siege attack, I'll take it. It probably gets debuffed, so it's probably only like 5% attack, but It'll help. In-city range troop attack, which is great because my range do a lot of killing for me. And then in-city mounted troop attack, which is decent. It's a percentage, not a flat, so it doesn't help me as much as you would think. So that's a few places I get my buffs. I did do some of my senators here. I didn't really see the value in this at first. Looks like I opened up a new senator that I can pop in here. Do I have anybody available? Nope. I'll have to create a ground general. It's only to give me in rally ground troop HP, not that great. So not a priority to me that I fill that spot, but I will. Definitely more slots for generals, though. But what I wanted to show you is I did take a few of these up to 1 star because the buffs are in city. Now, this is a ground general. Oh, there's my bot coming back in and kicking me out. So that'll come back and kick me out in another 10 minutes. I've explained that before. I'm not going to go into that. So even though this is a ground troop general, it's an in-city range troop attack is my 1 star. So that's cool. I'll take 8% killing power. And same thing for my mounted general. It gives me siege attack. I'll take that. What would this guy give me? Defending range troop defense. Not my favorite. That's why I probably didn't do that. This would be the same thing. Defending ground troop attack. That'll probably be the next one I do is Napoleon. I would like ground troop attack. I didn't do any of these because they seem to be weaker as you go by. Range troop HP, not excited. Siege HP is decent. Oh, I did this one too. I didn't realize that I took Douglas to 1 star. So in-city ground troop HP, that's my favorite of the ones I've seen so far. If you remember that first layer of troops is your ground, and I didn't call it a wall. What did I call it? A barrier. So that I definitely like that one. What do we got here? In-city mounted troop HP. Whatever. So I'll slowly work on those along with, I'm excited to do my siege general. I had a major miscalculation here. I call it major. I've been waiting a long time to take my Simeon to fully ascend him, and then I got there and I did it, and I ran out of fragments. I thought I had 450, and I'm like too general short. I can get them from the VIP, but I don't want to spend money on this dang game if I don't have to. So that was disappointing, but let me think here for a second if there was anything else I wanted to show you about some of my buffs. I did upgrade. Well, that was the other thing I did. When I did the siege, I actually put on my attacking to get the buffs, but you can see I put no effort into my siege blazons, my attack ones, but on my defense, I'll take those up. Really struggle to get some good blazons, meaning like what I do is I take it up to level 10, and then if I get a good third stat, defending siege machine HP, then I take it to the next level. Every time I go to 4 levels, it's never anything good. But at that point, when I get them that far, I just leave them. So, on that note, I think that's going to be about it. I do have my keep rolling for 37. I almost sped it up when we had our Bob, just so I could do more damage to people that annoyed me. But I don't think I'll speed that up anytime soon. I do look forward to upgrading another set of gear to the Parthenian gear, not this guy, this one. So the amount of buffs you get from upgrading these are significant, but you want to do all 6 at once, and I'm 20 shields away from being able to do that, and I'll be able to do that in this event that we have here, gathering troops, I think it is. Those chests are important to get to at least the 50 level because you get lots of lots of those in there. I'm scrolling over it somewhere. You don't need me to show you that. That's, I think, going to be it. Military Academy. Don't really get a whole lot of defense out of that, but it helps. I think that's going to be it for buffs. I mean, there's other places you get buffs, but if you want to see any of my buffs in some areas that I'm forgetting, just throw it in the comments, and I'll throw out a quick video. I'm going to end it here, and this will be your part 2 for today. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Well, you guys can leave now. The video's over. I'm going to take a screenshot of the guy that I upgraded. Put him on the cover of this video. All right. We'll catch you next time.